So what I want to show you today is how to remove the passenger side airbag assembly on this 2005 Chrysler 300. Show you some step-by-step procedures how to gain access to it, what you need to take loose, and how you need to get it out of there. And a couple safety tips to make sure you don't damage anything to the vehicle as well as hurt yourself. So with that, let's go ahead and move inside. Alright, what we need to do is we need to get to the bottom panel up under here. There's a silencer closeout panel made out of some kind of material, insulation material that's just there to kind of close the gap in. It has approximately 1 and 2 plastic Christmas tree fasteners that you can use a basic trim tool like this to try to get loose, or if you need to, here's side dikes. Just don't squeeze too tight and actually break them off. So we need to get to these. One's located right here. They're going to be kind of tight. There's one. And we got one more over here. Like I said, they put them on, they stay on. There we go. Alright, so now we can pull it out of the way. Now we got to work on getting the glove box out. You can go ahead and open the door. Now, like most glove boxes, you need to squeeze in on the sides to cause it to drop down. This one actually has a retainer strap right here on the far outside edge on the passenger side door that's held in with a little hook. Here's the hook and retaining strap that I mentioned. It's on the passenger side outside door area. As you can see, it's got a little hook that keeps it in. So we need to go ahead and get that strap off the hook and just let it go back up inside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on squeezing the side panels, lowering the door enough to get the door off. At this point, strap's off. We'll go ahead and squeeze in on the sides. You can actually look. The latches on the sides what you're going to be squeezing in. That way we can get started on both sides. You can try squeezing the sides the best you can. The best thing is get your fingers up here and squeeze in on the catches. Now, as you can see, here's one of the catches right there. You can actually push it in and it will flex in. That's what you're actually squeezing in and out on both sides. Now that we're down, now it's just a matter of working the glove box loose off its hinges. Now we're going to have a little more access to everything we need to get to from up under here. Next step is we need to get to this, what they call the upper or the rear glove box panel. It's a piece of some type of insulation material. It's held in with a total of 3 Phillips screws. You can actually see one here. We got 3 of them we got to get loose. Now I'm looking directly from the bottom looking up. So the screws are actually facing up towards the roof of the car. So the camera's at the bottom of the floor looking up. We need to go ahead and get those 3 Phillips screws out and then move on to the next step. Alright, so we got the orientation correctly. We are looking directly from the bottom looking up. I'm pointing up towards the ceiling of the vehicle. And this is one of the dash cross members right here. And here's the airbag assembly with the inflator. The inflator is that silver tube mounted inside this black frame here. Now what we got to do, keep in mind we've already disconnected the battery. We've waited our 10-15 minutes for the capacitors to discharge. We can go ahead and release the lock on this connector and go ahead and release the connector itself. Now it's held in with a total of 6 bolts. 2 of them are 10 millimeters, one here, one here. Now on both sides of the inflator tube, you're actually going to have 2 7 millimeters here, and we're going to have 2 7 millimeters over here. Once we get the total of all 6 of them out, we can take the assembly out of the vehicle. Alright, we've got the last bolts taken out. Now we can go ahead and work on getting this assembly out of the car. A tight squeeze, but it will come out. And there you go. There's your bag mounted inside the steel casing, as well as the inflator / igniter right here. And there's that connector. So when you go back up with it, just take your time getting it up in there. Support it with your hands. Get your 10 millimeters in here. Get your 2 7 millimeters here, as well as the 2 7 millimeters here. So as you saw, we went ahead and removed the airbag assembly from the passenger side. The reason why we replaced this one is that there's actually a recall. It's number P40. This includes a lot of different vehicles right now. You probably heard in the news about issues with the inflators and the airbags itself. So this one was placed under warranty under the recall. But if you ever have to replace one for whatever reason, say it's been deployed, now you know step by step what you need to do. Also, because of the recall, you also know what the mechanic's having to do. So when you bring it in, you'll see step by step what he's doing, the amount of time it's probably going to take him to do it, so you know what's going on with your vehicle. So with that, I always appreciate you watching my videos. Always stay tuned for more, and the best way to do that is to subscribe. Just make sure you subscribe so that when anything new that comes up, you will be notified. So with that, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you very much.